What's happening, folks? This is Mr. MarkAholic and welcome back to the series that shows you some of the ways you can get past the puzzles in the magic circle. Now, quick disclaimer before we get right on into it is that you can do it in a million ways. Trust me, there's loads and loads of different ways to get past these puzzles. I'm just showing you quick and easy ways for you guys, or ways that I've found easy to help you just in case you can't quite figure it out, or just in case you want to see a different way of doing it. Let's get right into the first one then. So puzzle number one, folks, is how to deal with the Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel is an unusual kind of creature. It has got float, not fly. Now, float means that you can't really move once you're in the air, but you are in the air, as opposed to fly, where you can actually fly around. For this, what I got is one of the flamers from over here. If you want to know how to do that, you can check that out in the second episode where I showed you how to get into this part here, past the flamers. You can then pick one up, make it your ally, give it the ability to roll to move, and simply what I like to do is make that, now because they have the ability to flame things, which has a much larger distance on the attack than the melee attack, this was a good way that I found of doing it. There is other ways, but based on what we've currently got, this is what I found to be the best way. That allows us to do that. Now, what you can't do is trap because they are float, but you can trap once it's ghosted, like that. Or not trap, but edit, and that gives you the ability to use the repulsor, which is indeed very useful, and of course float. Now, one of the things I did do in my playthrough, which I will demonstrate again, which was fun, was how to use the repulsor. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to give the Jugadillo, let's get you over here. Hey buddy, okay, and I'm going to use the repulsor to get over to the other side. Now this is something that, again, I haven't seen many people do, but it is a fun way of doing it if you don't have any other way. For example, teleport, fly, you can use the float, you can actually get something to literally float out there, and then you can use it to jump over, which is fine. I prefer to do it this way. You can do it either way. Remember, if you're using the float, you can't send them there, but you can pick them up and throw them. Just remember that if you're going to be doing that. So what we can do is make the special ability, nope, not that one, attack with repulsor, that's it, and then we're going to make us the enemy briefly, there we go, and it repulses us over here. So that, folks, is how you get across here, or one of the ways. Like I said, you can always just throw something that floats right here and jump across, but the repulsor, and it can be used in other ways, is also a good way of doing it too. So yeah, that's how you do that one. Okay folks, what we're going to look at next is the emergency evacuation. So this one I haven't seen pop up much in terms of trying to work out, but it is indeed one to think about. What we can do is we can use this. That kills us, which is fine. We then spawn on the inside here with this door out, and if you look down here, there's a shuttle with a hatchworm that you can indeed get to. So let's edit that. Now, Parasite is good. We're going to be using Parasite very soon. So take that. We don't really need the corpse, and all we need to do to get out of here is to send ourselves somewhere else. So let's send herself down in here. Easy as that, 1, 2, 3, that's how we do it. So what we're going to do is move on to the next one, which will be, again, a reasonably short one. Okay folks, next up is the good old Securitron. Now, what I will say is that this guy is a tough one. Now, if you obviously did watch the one before this, I taught you how to get the Parasite and get past that airlock. It's very simple. It confuses people sometimes, but it's really not hard. And what we're going to do to have that is we're going to put a couple of these guys up here. Let's put the flamer, and we can do Parasite, and we can send the flamer in there. And that should infect our little guy with worms. There you go. So what we do is we wait, and then the worms eventually kill him. Now that way we only have to lose one of our apart from the hatchworm itself, which bloody well tries to kill me because it doesn't like anything. So what we do again is we just take all the behaviours and then we move on. And then bear in mind, before you start this guy up, where is he? There we go. You want to take either take him as an ally or take his behaviours. Okay, folks. That's how you deal with the Securitron. It's not the way I did it in the very first one, but that's the way you can do it, and hopefully it does help you. Alright folks, it is that time that we take on the Hiver Queen. This is one of the ones that causes people a lot of trouble, and it's pretty simple as long as you get the right things. Now the way I did it the first time was I burnt it. So I used our little flamers, there they are, or one of them. I basically sent them straight at them. I used the Mushroom Wizard to cover the flamer, I believe. Well, it got in there. That is a good way of doing it. There is lots of ways of doing this. For this one though, I know that we just took out the Securitron, and we now have given Doug this lovely little thing on the front that kind of looks like a weird mouth. Now, what we're going to do is we're basically going to give Doug, you know, the way to do it on this one. If they can stop sending hivers to us, it's really annoying. Let's send them over here and deal with them. Okay, we're going to send them in here. He is going to attack us. He's not going to like us. So how we're basically going to do it is we're going to use Doug, quite simply, with the laser beam. What's the railgun is the actual name for it. We simply make the enemy the Hiver Queen. He doesn't need to go in close, which allows us to attack the Hiver Queen. Now the Hiver Queen, if you get close, will attack you, and if not, will not. And that way, it's nice and easy. So simply take the group think, and you can now add everything that everybody else knows to your guys. There you go. Not too hard as long as you have the right abilities. Okay guys, that'll do us for this episode. Thanks a lot for joining me again. In the next episode we may end up just looking at how to get Fly, and then possible ways you can take on the good old Sky Bastards. Okay, thanks a lot folks, and see you in the next one. Bye.